A new study about teens and sex. Nearly 1/3 of kids say they've had sex by age 16. Some of the reasons may surprise you. We're here with our senior medical contributor, Dr. Jen Ashton. Okay, we all know hormones are at play, and we've heard a lot about peer pressure, but this goes beyond that.
Absolutely. Everyone's gripping their coffee mug a little more tightly right now. This was actually a review of a lot of different studies. They looked at the 3 factors that have been known to be really important in driving the teen's decision to become sexually active, which are what they think their friends are doing, whether they approve of what their friends are doing, and then lastly, good old peer pressure, which we all remember. The study and review found that all 3 of those things are important, but what carried the most power and made the most impact on these teens was whether or not they thought their friends were doing it also. So this represents a target for intervention so we can help our teens make the right decision.
So how do we do that? And I'm going to ask you, because in your practice, you work with a lot of teenagers.
Yep.
What do you say to them, and what can we take away from that?
Right, it's half my practice actually, Lara. And what I tell my teenage patients is do something because you want to do it, not because you think someone else wants you to do it. Also, think of the emotional as well as the physical. We can't completely uncouple them. And then lastly, find an adult that you trust and respect. It may be your parent, it may be someone else that you can really discuss these issues with.
So Jen, what is your advice for parents when they're ready to talk to their kids about the birds and bees? What do you say?
Well, this is easier said than done, and I'm struggling with it also.
I'm taking notes.
That's right. But the first thing is try to listen without reacting, number 1. Number 2, reach out to professionals, whether those are social workers or physicians. Those people are there to help us make these difficult decisions. And then lastly, avoid the mini-me trap. Things are different than when we were teenagers. We have to accept that and don't try to make your kid into a mini version.
Well, that's a good way
of
to
you.
put it.
That is a really
very good advice.
That's great. Thank you, Jen.